how easy or difficult it is to record your audio in Adobe Audition. We'll see that now. When you open Adobe Audition for the first time, you will see this screen. If you do not see a screen like this, go to the window, then workspace, and see if default is selected. So this is the default screen. And to record your audio, Audition has this red record button. You click on that and the recording should start. Let's click on that. After clicking the record button, you have to give the file name which you are recording. So I'll give my test record. Then you have to set the sample rate. The sample rate 44.1 kHz is fine. You do not need to go higher than that. There are also some other sample rates below 44.1 kHz, but you should not pick this one because picking any of these sample rate will degrade the audio quality or recording. Also, there is no obvious benefit going higher sample rate, for example 64K or more than that, because that will not give any hearable difference in your audio but will take lots of space. Rather than thinking which sample rate should you follow, you can go with 44.1 kHz. After sample rate, you will find the channels. You can select mono or stereo. For voiceover, mono is fine. When you are recording music, you can choose stereo. Through stereo channel, you can add different effects on the left and right side of the headphone. So if you do not need those kind of fancy effects on your left side or right side of the headphone, you can just choose mono. I'll choose mono as this will be a simple voiceover. Then the bit depth, recording with 32 bit actually give you more flexibility. It is less likely to happen any kind of distortion or clipping in your audio when you make it too much louder. So 32 bit always helps, and keep it to 32. If I now click OK, the recording will start. The recording has been started and you can see at the bottom of the meter how louder my voice is. Your goal will be to hit -12 on this meter for the peak. Peak means the louder sound, which the most loudest part of my sounds should hit -12 and other part will be around it, or other part will be actually below -12 most of the time, but the loudest part should hit -12. So why is that? Actually, you can see that 0 is the maximum value in this meter, and if you go beyond 0, then the sound become distorted or clipped, and that does not sound good. So to avoid those kind of situation, you should record in -12, and that will give you some headroom. Headroom means from -12 to 0, you will have some space. If you increase your loudness in that range, then it will not have any clipping. But if you record in -3, then you will have a headroom of only 3. If you boost your audio to 6, then that will be result in the clipping. So when the recording is done, you click the stop button and the recording will stop. So you have what you see, you have got a waveform. This is the waveform, and you can add different kind of effect on it, and you can get an audio file. So recording in Adobe Audition is as simple as that. We'll just hear the audio a bit. The recording has been started, and you can see at the bottom of the meter how louder my voice is. Your goal will. Now I can increase the volume of this sound from the favorites. In the favorites, some of the effects has some kind of shortcuts. So if I normalize to -3, or then it will be louder, or if I normalize to -0.1, then it will be more louder. So let's normalize it to -3. So you see the waveforms has become larger, or it is grew in size, and you can see also that the meter reading here, like it is -3. The top part is hitting -3. If I listen a bit, it is actually louder than before, or other part will be actually below -. So the audio has become louder than before, and now I can export this audio file. If I want, I can add another effects from this effect track. So I'll not go into the details of this kind of thing like noise reduction or many more effects can be applied through Adobe Audition. I'll discuss those in another tutorial. So the last part will be actually getting a audio file to saving this audio file into your computer so you can later share with someone or use it in your project. To do that, you have to go to File and Save. You also need to take care of another thing, that is the recording device setup. Before you start recording, you have to go to Settings and check the audio hardware. In audio hardware, you have to check the default input. For me, I have set the Scarlett 2i2 USB. That is my audio interface, and my microphone is connected with that. There are other microphones are available, and if you want to choose any other microphone, then you have to set that and start recording. So for me, I do not have to make any change. So for you, if you have to change, you change that and then click OK. I'll click cancel because I already had set my proper microphone. So the last part of getting a audio file from this, go to File and Save. When you save, you have to choose a location. The location is for me desktop. I can browse and change the location to a different place. Let's say now if I go to documents, then I should see the file my test record. So this is the test record file. You will also see a PKF file when you actually choose the metadata when you save the file. For example, let me show that you again. File, save as, and here you can see that include markers and other metadata. As I had kept this tick mark, I see also that additional file. You can just use the web file and share that. Let's briefly hear the sound, just if it is the same as before. The recording has been started, and you can see at the bottom of the meter how louder my voice is. So you see it is the same recording I just made. I wish to make many videos on Adobe Audition, so please comment which videos you want to see on Adobe Audition. Thanks for watching and see you next.